Guys, so I am home and I had my hair pulled out. By the way, this is the length of my hair right now. I think I'm gonna color it in red. Yeah, so my hair is like this long. Yeah, my hair keeps growing, but my eyebrows don't ever seem to want to grow. What the hell? I don't have no eyebrows, but I have a head of hair. Always, like. Yeah, so I wanted to continue the topic today that I was talking about depression and what it does to your body. Um as I told you guys, I've been battling depression since I was a child. So from my experience, it's a lot of pain and it's a lot of crying. I hate the fact that I have to deal with these circumstances. I also hate that this is my life that I have to face every day. Not saying that I hate my life or I hate life, but it's really hard. I just feel like every day is just a battle. And I wonder if I will ever find happiness. The older I get, the more it feels impossible of me ever finding happiness. You know, but I guess I'll just have to just stay strong, anyways. Let me just stay on track now, what it does to your body. So when I was first diagnosed, I was hospitalized for 2 weeks and I wasn't able to eat. I wasn't able to do nothing, and they put you on these meds. They call them antidepressant meds, which I haven't taken since I'm a teenager, but I did went to my doctor the other day to try to get me some medication, which is not antidepressant meds, but they're like still medication that could help me with my situation, right? So they're not necessarily antidepressant meds, but they're still for mental illness. They still come under that category because antidepressant meds, they can actually make you feel worse. They could actually make you like yourself even faster. They would make you have more thoughts, it turns you into a zombie. Some of them makes you eat a lot of food, make you get fat, stuff like that. I didn't gain weight, but I was feeling like a zombie, and they always come with these side effects, like the pill that they give you, it twists your jawbone, like it makes the jawbone twist, like something like this. It twists your jawbone, like your jawbone will just be starting to twist after you take it. A few hours after, I'd have to go to the hospital to get meds to help with that side effect. So I never actually liked those pills, but it was just always like a lot of pain, me not being able to eat, and I did not have no support. I remember being in the hospital and my mom would tell me I cannot. And she would always just wish death upon my life. I think that is why I so feel I manifest the idea of dying, not living to see 30 years ago, because death of death and destruction and failure was taught to me at an early age. I was always told I am nothing, you know. And it is so sad because like I just cannot imagine having any human being at all and be so mean to them. Just thinking about the idea of having a child of my own and telling my child that you would never be nothing would break my heart, you know. Much less, like, I do not have the heart to be mean to strangers unless they're mean to me, right? And sometimes I do walk away from situations because, like, I don't know, like, I'm the type of person, I just cannot, I just can't ever think that being mean is cool, because I say that I know what it feels like. While I was in the hospital, it was hard in its support, but I did have a psychologist which was very supportive, and we became very personal. And I will never forget that woman. I would never forget her. I think she gave me hope. And I don't know if she was like a guardian angel. There was 2 women that saved my life. And I will always remember them when I lose hope. I don't know if God sent them to my life. And these 2 women were Christian, right? I think God probably sent them into my life to remind me that you're a human being and you're a person and you deserve better and you deserve to live. Because every time I get depressed, the only memories that comes up mainly from my childhood is with my psychologist that I had as a child, right? I cannot seem to remember a moment with me and my mom, or with me and family. Not saying that all of my family members are bad. They're not all bad people. I do have good relatives in my family that sometimes check up on me, but this woman, she taught me a lot of stuff that I live with up until this day, that made me remain strong, you know. Yes, she and my other guidance counselor. So there was just a lot of pain throughout your body. What depression does to your body is it attacks your immune system. It may sound weird, but yes, you feel a lot of pain. You would feel pain in your back, in your neck, in your stomach. It's almost like you have cancer, but you don't have cancer, right? And you can't eat. So, like, it's like a lot of stuff. Then you cry a lot, you become hopeless, you cry a lot, you cry, and you cry. If you're home, you just stay in the bed, you may not get up, you not open up the blinds to get sunlight, you just lock in, you probably don't want to shower, you may not want to do your hair, paint your nails, you just want to. It's literally just existing and not existing. So you're alive, but you're not living. So that is what depression is, and it's like it's like an empty feeling of you're alive, but it's so empty, it's like you're dead. So you're like flesh in the flesh in you in you're like flesh but still dead. How do I explain this? There's another way to explain this. It's like you're alive and you're not alive. So you're just here existing until you don't exist, or until you decide you want to take out yourself. So that's exactly what depression is. The problem with a lot of people, why they're still living, is because they don't have the strength to take out themselves, you know. But it's like being dead. It's like compared to being dead, especially when you hardly have support, and then you're back in a space that reminds you of the stuff that hurt you the most. So that's exactly what it is. Like, you're deprived from sleep. I could go like 3 nights without sleep. I've been having sleep problems since too much lip gloss, since I was like, yeah, I stated, a child, teenager. My mom used to have to send out sleeping pills because I couldn't sleep. At the same time, they didn't know, because the Jamaicans don't really know much about mental illness, into why, even while I was suffering depression, my mom was still being cruel to me. She was still telling me, you won't be nothing. Like, she was just, and remember, this was somebody that used to abuse me while she was here. So, you know, um, they didn't understand, but yeah, I couldn't sleep back then, and I can't sleep. But I remember I was living, that's a story time for another day. I was living somewhere and something happened with the landlord, and it stressed me out really, really badly. I had a mental breakdown, and I wasn't sleeping for days because I was so paranoid and thinking that she would harm me, which this lady was really wicked. She would actually do it, but um, I was not sleeping for a few days, and I had left the country. I went overseas, you know, travel to another island. When I landed in the island, I went out with a guy I was talking to, and the morning I wake up and I go in the parking lot, I passed out on the concrete, flat on my face, like really, really flat on my face, flat. I still have scars, so this is a scar, right? This is a scar from me falling on my face. And I still think my nose is crooked from me falling on my face like that. I did hit my nose right here. I have got a consultation with a nose doctor, all right, a surgeon, and he did say my nose look kind of crooked. I don't know, I may get a nose job in the future, but anyways, I did hit my nose here, and I did hit my forehead. Right, so I flat right out on the concrete. When I wake up, it was just blood that I was seeing, just pure blood, and you know, like, that was just to show that that that's how bad depression is. So for a few weeks, my face was messed up. I had to use ointments and stuff on my face to get back better. And the way my face was, it didn't make the situation any better, because I know I had a messed up face, and I remember seeing a guy friend, and he was acting scornful towards me because I had these marks on my face, these scratches on my face. So like, people, would like reject me. Basically because this was what happened with my face. So I had to heal. I had to heal myself, and I had to come back from that and try to gain confidence again. That was something that depression had done to me. Otherwise, from it ruining my health back when I was a teenager, it had ruined my health multiple times. And then it was this time when, well, last year, when I was planning to actually take up myself. Yes, I was planning to exit And I've been planning this in my head from June. I don't know, I've been just thinking that way. I deleted all of my posts off my Twitter, and I tell myself, look, I'm just gonna just keep living until I really don't want to live. But the plan is in my head, but I never actually went out to buy the equipment. But it was just always in my head since June last year. And last year in November, after trying to reunite back with my mom and realizing that she have not taken accountability, and I may not have a parent or a family, that hit me hard, and then my grandpa was being homophobic and a PDF at the same time. Like that made me lost all hope for life. I cried until my eyes was swollen. I cried until my eyes was infected. I had a conjunctivitis. I think it's conjunctivitis.
I tried.
This thing they call pink eye.
I tried.
I was crying so much, kept putting my dirty hands in my eyes. My eyes got so swollen and pussy. I had to go to the hospital to get medications. They gave me antibiotic drops and something for comfort to help. My eyes were so swollen. I was crying so much. My eyes were so swollen. My face was swollen. My whole body was in pain. And it's so scary how this illness can just water down your body, your face, your features, every single thing. I know I'm not the prettiest woman in the world, but yes, depression does makes you look depressed. It gives you a certain look, because it don't put you in the position to even want to care for yourself a certain way. Yes, there are times when I have a build-up of confidence and I'll get dolled up, but then when something triggering happens, I'm back into not caring for myself. I'm back into not being that bubbly girl. Because I have my bubbly moments, but once something happens, then I'm back to square one. I'm back to believing all the bad things that my mother told me. I'm back to believing all the bad things my father ever said to me. I'm back to believing all the mean people and the mean things that they did to me. So it's like I'm back to square one, no crying, thinking, should I be here? Should I not be here? So, this situation, this illness is not nothing that I wish on no one. I still don't know what will ever happen for my life. That's how bad it is. I don't know my future because it's so unpredictable. It's so easy. The emptiness is so real, to the point where it's actually easy to believe you should not be here. And that is the scary part. It is really, really scary. It's very, very scary. And I felt this way for a very long time. I felt this way since I was a child. And can you imagine somebody being so young? And sometimes I just wish I could go back and protect that person, because I just don't know. I really wish. No, I don't wish this on nobody at all. I don't. You have children, you love your children. I don't even think I want to have kids because I have a fear of being mean to my children and them feeling how I feel, and that would make me feel really horrible. I don't think I could live with that. So I have a fear to have children because of the things that I feel in this world. I don't think nobody should ever feel this way. I don't think so at all. I don't. No. Yeah, but I mean, it is what it is. Uh, you have a family that has depression, you check up on them and you be kind to people on a daily, because you never know what people are going through, like you just never know. You never know what people are going through. A lot of people in this world are suffering mentally. You just may never be able to see it, because also too, depression can show on people, but there are also people that hide it very, very good, like in plain sight. They could hide that. They could have a smile on theirs, well done, here, well done, like everything is proper on them. So be kind to people, check up on your loved ones, and uh you know listen to your kids, be kind to your children. Do not discourage your children, do not stifle your children, let them be themselves. Yes. Yeah, but for those of you people who think that depression is a joke or depression is not real, and people are attention seekers, no, this is a real thing, and this is not nothing to play with. It's a long struggling battle. It's a long long struggling of years. You have to fight through it. You have to fight through the idea of these thoughts coming up in your head. You have to keep active. You have to find hobbies. You have to find friends. For me, I hardly have any family, so I have to find, friends, and I tell my friends my situation, and I mean, they understand it. If I have a partner, I try to tell them sometimes too. People always say it's not good to tell your partner stuff, but I think it's important for people to know these stuff. It's either they stay or they don't stay, you know. Yes, but yeah. Take care of yourself, guys. Take care of yourself. Bye.